Today, we're going to go through what they don't teach you at business school, at least from the perspective of getting a job and starting your own business. What do you think, Phil?
I love it. Let's talk about it. This is it's such a great topic that, nobody's out there talking about.
Before we get into it, remember to sign up for our free masterclass all about how to develop an e-learning program or online course in 90 days or less and save $10,000 in the process. Business schools should be signing up in droves. They need this.
All right, so we got 3 things today that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about networking.
Boom, networking.
Absolutely.
So business schools, even though they stick networking in somewhere, usually they stick it into like a marketing course or some sort of...
It's like a cliff note.
Yeah.
And it's like, see the, page 942 and there's like a sentence on it. Like,
exactly.
You should network.
Yeah, or I remember in business school, so I went to the University of Denver, we had courses that were supposed to just prep you for what's next.
Yeah.
And those courses were actually very helpful. The problem with the courses, though, is they would talk about networking and they'd be like, yeah, you need to go to like a bunch of networking events. You got to talk to people, tell them your story, like this type of stuff. But that really isn't networking, is it, Phil?
No, it's really not. And that's really not very helpful to tell people like, hey, I would love to fly a rocket ship, right? And you can just jump in and there's a joystick and you just fly it, right? I mean, that's all there is to it. So no, there's a lot more to it. And the thing that they need to be talking about, and that you guys, if you're paying attention, you can listen to and learn a couple of things right now. The networking aspect of things is all about getting out there, making connections with people. And you've got to understand, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to get a job?
So what's your objectives?
Yeah. Put your objective in there. Start with the end in mind, right? Isn't that is that a Simon Sinek thing?
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, so start with the end in mind. What's your objective? What are you trying to accomplish? And work backwards from there. So, am I trying to get a job? Am I trying to start a business? Am I trying to meet a cool girl? I don't know.
That's true.
It works for that too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Dating is networking.
It is.
No wonder I was so bad at it. I'm just kidding.
All right, number 2, we're going to talk about relationship building.
Relationships.
Yes. And they kind of go together, right? Like networking and relationship building, they're very, very similar. And the thing that I think people need to understand is that, networking is all about getting out, kind of developing these strategic partnerships. You're looking for people that can help you out. And the relationship building is a piece of that. So you need to, the bonding and rapport, and you need to connect with people on a deeper level. So they go together, but they're different pieces of the puzzle.
Networking is more of kind of the broader action. So relationship building is the result of that action. So what tips do you have for our audience when it comes to networking and relationship building, Phil?
All right, so the big thing is to focus on the other person. Take yourself out of the equation. I think somebody said it, that be interested versus interesting, which is really hard for people like me that I've got a ton of cool stories. I love to talk, and I mean, we all like to talk about ourselves. But that's the key to this. If you ask questions of the other person and you let them talk, they will talk for the entire time and you don't have to say anything. So I think a lot of times people think I'm introverted. I don't really like to, go out and network, and I don't know how to build relationships with people because I don't know what to say. That's the cool thing, is you don't have to say anything. You just ask a question and you shut up. And you just, I
mean, that's the exact opposite of what I've learned in business school. I was taught, go to that networking event, meet as many people as possible, and tell them why you should work for them.
Bad advice. Do not follow that. There's something to be said about self-promotion, and there's something to be said about being your own cheerleader and all that, blah, blah, blah. I agree with that, but there's a time and a place for it, and the first time you meet somebody is not that instance. So ask a lot of questions, get to know it. You're trying to establish a relationship with these people. You're trying to build rapport. You're trying to get people to like you. Make a friend, man. That's all you're trying to do here is, you get people to like you and you build that relationship. And that's part of the whole networking equation. And then you can get that job. You can start that business. You can get a new client later on down the road.
And that brings us to the third point here, which is imperfect action. So tell us about that, Phil.
I love it, man. Well, one of the things that I found when I went to school is you know, you got to learn everything and you read all these books and there's all this stuff that you are supposed to know before you ever go and try anything out. And that's bad, right? You know, like you just need to go screw it up. You know, go talk to somebody, go have a conversation, say the wrong thing. It's okay. You'll learn from it. You'll adjust on the fly.
Yeah, school in general kind of teaches us to be quote unquote perfect, right? Because you're prepping for that test, writing that paper, whatever it is, and your goal is to get 100%. Like that is literally what you're trying to do. But that's not how life works. Even the most perfect paper that you write in business school isn't perfect, but your professor says it is, which makes you think that when you go out into the world and maybe you're looking to network, relationship build, whatever, you need to be perfect, but you don't. You need to take action.
Absolutely. And this is coming from somebody who, like, I was a straight A student in high school, and then I chilled out a little bit in college, and I went down to like B's because I wanted to spend a little bit more time doing other stuff. And still, it didn't get me where I wanted to go. You just got to go out, screw it up, fix it on the fly, and do more stuff. Just do it. I love it.
So remember, if you are looking to build an online course, or if you've taken a terrible online course and you think that that person that built it needs to build a better one, sign up for our free masterclass or send them the link to the free masterclass that is linked right below this video, all about how to develop your e-learning program in 90 days or less and save a bunch of money along the way.
$10,000, right?
$10,000 hairs.
And thank you for the likes and subscribes.